Hello and welcome to Reporter's Take. This is Uttaresh Venkateshwaran. Today we are here to discuss healthcare in India and how the government plans to incentivize private investment into healthcare, especially Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. This it plans to do by giving incentives such as land and funding. It's even considering an industry status for such investments so that they can get access to viability gap funding. To tell us more about this, we've got Viswanath Pilla with us here. Viswanath, hi and welcome. So let's start with what is the intention of the government behind such incentives?
Well, Utresh, the government is implementing the Ayushman Bharat scheme, which aims to provide health coverage to 40% of India's population, especially the poor and vulnerable sections. So this creates a huge demand for healthcare services in Tier 2, Tier 3 and rural areas. But if you look at our healthcare infrastructure, it is highly skewed in few metro cities. So the government wants to expand healthcare access in these areas. And so, I mean, it has actually announced a slew of incentives for that purpose. So, first of all, if you look at it, they're going to give 40% viability gap funding for the investments made in these areas. So that is almost like extending what it has done in the infrastructure sector.
Absolutely,
to attract the private capital. And secondly, it's giving 50% tax benefit on the capital invested. And apart from the land and also automatic impanelment to the Ayushman Bharat scheme. So this is designed to attract private capital into rural areas and especially Tier 2 and Tier 3 areas.
So you're speaking of more private focus into healthcare, but what does it mean for the industry as a whole, including both public and private healthcare?
I mean, the industry has been waiting for such announcement for a very long time. They feel that by themselves they'll not be able to invest in these areas because of the financial viability reasons. Because the people there, they don't have the kind of financial ability to pay for tertiary care services. So, and second is, the most important thing is that the government is giving industry status to private hospitals. This means that it gives them that kind of flexibility in terms of ownership, in terms of raising funds. Now they operate through a trust model. And third is, of course, they can work through a cross-subsidized model. So wherein they'll get these benefits and provide services to the Ayushman Bharat patients, and the remaining capacity they will use it for the other patients who can afford services. So they'll work in a cross-subsidy model.
But Viswanath, doesn't it also raise concerns over a lot of reliance on private healthcare in general?
Yes, I mean, this has been a concern. If you look at it, the government is transforming itself from delivery of healthcare services to a payer. So in this circumstances, what is happening is now the delivery will be done by the private healthcare and government is going to pay for that. And here raises a lot of questions. I mean, the questions on how regulated are these hospitals are.
We all know the issues with private healthcare in general.
Yes, there's a lot of corruption in the system, and a lot of times, more than the clinical outcomes, it is the commercial interests that dictate terms.
That's correct.
So this raises concern, if the government wants to completely give the delivery to the private. So this, people are a little worried, especially the healthcare activists are worried, like what this leads to.
Thank you so much for those insights, Viswanath. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Reporter's Take. For more such news and views, stay logged on to moneycontrol.com. Thanks for watching.